Fasting is a good way to cleanse the body, and it's also a good method of training for learning how to function when no food is available. However, this is a concept that is rarely practiced by many preppers or survivalists. That is, intentionally not eating for a specific amount of time as part of their regular training regiment. Very quickly before we get started, let me touch on where this particular discussion comes from. It was brought to my attention that recently there was a contestant on the current season of The Voice. This particular individual claims to have been a victim of Hurricane Harvey. He sat there despondent and choking back tears as he described having to survive nearly 2 days without food or electricity. He went on about how he thought he was going to die because he had no food. Now let me just point out that in no way do I completely trust anything that I see in any reality TV show, particularly a fluff piece like this. But despite that, there are two major problems with this right off. One, this guy didn't even have enough food for the 2 days that he was stranded. And two, he was so shaken up by not having food for roughly 2 days that a year later he is still haunted by the experience. And I'll tell you, 2 days isn't all that bad to be affecting someone psychologically for so long a period. This person must have been hopeless right from the start, which to me is a bad reflection on this person's personal determination to survive any emergency. But enough of that. Let's talk about the benefits of fasting then. For health reasons alone, the average person probably should be fasting at least once a month for a 24 or 48-hour period to detoxify the body. And I mean a real fast, no food at all, and water or hot tea only. Not one of those, I'm fasting but I'll be drinking protein shakes the whole time, or I'll just eat fruit deals. Of course, this is health permitting, since there are some people who are not physically capable of dealing with a fast. But if you are, you probably should be doing it. Fasting has been shown to not only detoxify the body by releasing chemicals from fat deposits, but has also been known to speed up the healing process due to the inactivity of digestion. In addition, there have been links to benefits ranging from helping with rheumatoid arthritis to healthier skin. I'll put a link to a different discussion on the many possible benefits to fasting in the description down below in case you wanted to examine that a little further. Now on to the more prepper/survival aspect of fasting, is that obviously you would be training for a situation where you had no access to food. And if you have experienced this before through controlled fasts, then you will be better able to manage if you found yourself in a situation where you had no access to food due to some sort of an emergency, regardless of what it is. And knowing that you can manage under those circumstances based on experience will give you an edge in those scenarios. And unlike our friend from The Voice, you won't be going all to pieces because you had no food for 48 hours, and so traumatized by that event that you're still practically tearful about it more than a year later. And no, I'm really not trying to pick on this guy, but if he's weak, it's because society expects that sort of weakness. As a matter of fact, it encourages it. One more point on a more personal note. It's one thing to talk about the rule of three and quite another to have experienced it, which I have, and not by design through a fast. There are a lot of preppers out there who bring up how the rule of three says 3 weeks without food, who have never been 3 days without anything to eat, and in some cases have never even missed 3 consecutive meals. Just something to think about. So what do you say? Are you going to start fasting as part of your training? Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Please do give the video a thumbs up. Always appreciated. Share it if you can and subscribe if you are new. Check out some of the other content and hit the notifications icon if you haven't so you can be alerted when new content comes out. That being said, like always, stay frosty, folks, and thanks for watching.